Thank you guys for jumping in. I know that Andy, you had joined the huddle with Chantel a couple of weeks ago. We talked a little bit about personal brand. We actually posted that video on YouTube if you want to check it out whenever you get a sec. I'll make sure that I ping you guys a reminder to check out those videos so you can kind of refresh. But for today, it's a little bit of a different format. So as you saw with Chantel and Galum, it was kind of geared on like figuring out what your specific challenges were. She gave some general advice about how you might be able to break through, make some changes. For today, we like to focus it much more on execution. So for example, we can kind of go in one of two directions, and we've done both. The first is kind of filling your top of the funnel. So if there's an opportunity out there that you want to go after, whether it's like an active job role or a company that you're trying to get into, we can help you guys write an email that's inspired by B2B sales that will get the attention of who you're reaching out to and land you an interview, hopefully. That's what we've been able to do before. I could figure out what our conversion rate is, but it's pretty high in terms of like the number of interviews that we've been able to land with these emails, and we'll show you why. The other direction that we can go is where you already have an interview maybe coming up, or you have like an assignment that you were assigned, and we can actually help you prep to jump into that. And then obviously, Andy, like jump in, you'll hopefully get something out of us doing it with MA, and then we'll do that. And then for you, Andy, is that similar? Like it's going to be more about like getting a new opportunity?
Yeah. I'm currently right now. The last 2 weeks I've been in final round of interviews. So now this week I've been focusing on refilling the top of my pipeline.
Okay, perfect.
All right. So here I'll put this in chat. So as I said, this week's been kind of just rebuilding my pipeline a little bit. So I've just been trying to find more sales training and sales enablement roles. So I found this one I haven't applied to yet, but it's a really good fit with my background and kind of the space I'm trying to go into.
Manager built in Colorado. So it's for Built in Colorado. It's posted on Built in.
Posted on Built in Colorado.
Oh, got it. So it's 4 wins. Sales enablement leader who'll be working closely. And you've done this stuff before?
Yep.
All right, sweet. Cool. Tools. Well, let's go figure out. Is there a specific? Oh, there's the job, obviously, but have you gotten a sense of like who the hiring manager would be?
No, I literally just found it about 20 minutes before we jumped on this call.
Okay. Digital signage, airports, bustling, hotels, bustling, casinos, bustling. That's awesome that they're hiring. You're going to totally give them shit about that a little bit in a cheeky way.
Right.
All right, let's take a look at the people. And it's sales enablement. So let's look up sales first. VP of Biz Dev, sales manager, sales enablement. She looks like she might be your peer. Sales ops. I'm always like skeptical.
My very first result was VP sales ops and enablement.
Oh, is that the person I put up here? Or? Oh, okay, cool. Enterprise hunter, head of global business development. There's some people here, but that's cool. Let's try enablement. Yeah, because you actually are running Navigator, Serena, so it's probably easier for you.
Yeah,
Trent.
Yep, Trent was the first one that came up for me.
All right, now let's pull up. So she is like probably one of your peers. So I would reach out to her in parallel to Trent and be like, hey, basically like, I want to pick your, not like you're not going to say I want to pick your brain, but it's more of like an informational type thing. Whereas with the other guy, it's like he's the hiring manager. Now let's go to Andy.
It may be under Andrew.
No worries. Let's go.
Grower, GRO. There we go.
You got it. We're not connected, poppycock. Let's see.
Yeah, I slid in there like 5 minutes before we got on this call.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, let me fix this.
Denver, inside sales manager, Groupon, fun. I knew so many people at Groupon. Conversation for another day. Okay, so let's take a look at Trent. Oops. Results oriented. I mean, this is 6 months
Revenue
ago, but
collective. He's in with our influencer friends, Morgan, Josh Braun. He is a fan of their contents, seems like.
he's liking it. He's like liking it and stuff. Is he liking it or?
Just
cool.
liking it from what I can see.
When he finishes, he cuts 10% of the words. Hey, Trent, I wrote this email and then I cut 10% of the words out. RevOps. Manage your time. Are you in Rev Genius, I guess?
I am in Rev Genius.
Is he?
He's in Revenue Collective. I don't know about Rev Genius.
My wife's in Revenue Collective.
Cool. You can mention it. You don't have to invite him. You can just say, hey, have you ever talked to Morgan or anyone in there?
Not too much, no. In Rev Genius, you're saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I spoke to a handful of people there. I joined probably like 6 weeks ago.
Okay, no problem.
Doesn't seem like Trent is in there.
Cool. You're in there, Serena, are you?
I am. That's how I just searched it.
I love it. So I feel like the way in is her. That's just my instinct because
yeah, his profile's kind of boring.
I mean, he doesn't have a picture, so he's obviously closed off. He's not gonna he's probably gonna. I don't know him at all, but I'm imagining please go through our application process, blah blah blah.
Yeah, his bio is just like a string of keywords. So,
have you applied yet?
Not yet.
And are they requiring a cover letter and a resume?
Yeah.
All right. So I would reach out to Phoebe and get help with that.
Cool.
And be like, hey, let's see. Let's kind of suck up to her a little bit. I dreamed of being a teacher. Love it. She's a sales enablement manager. She was at Toast. Blah, blah, blah. And I would say, hey, Phoebe. I wouldn't say hi. I'd say, hey. Hey, Phoebe. Do you follow Sarah at all?
Sarah who?
Brazier, that she mentions here.
I do not.
She's a...
Oh, I do follow Gong though.
Sarah's posts are fun.
Cool.
All right, sweet. Hey, Phoebe. Did you ever want to be a teacher, or is anybody in your family a teacher?
My mom's a teacher.
Woo! Your dream of being a teacher. I mean, for this, you might be able to say reminded me, your dream of being a teacher, what you wrote about your dream of being a teacher, what you wrote about your dream of being a teacher reminded me of, and then give me something that is funny and kind of weird about your mom, or reminded me of my mom dreaming that for me or something
Yeah.
But then I became a salesperson,
Yeah. I think we can say so. What you wrote about your dream of being a teacher reminded me of my mom's consistent persistence to have me follow her career in education.
Mm-hmm. Parentheses. I ended up in sales training instead.
Yeah. What you wrote about your dream of being a teacher reminded me of my mom's persistence of having me follow her career. After which I became a salesperson or something.
And your specific focus is training, right? I was in your profile, and it's, it's like a teacher for salespeople.
Pretty much, yeah, exactly.
Having me follow her career. What you wrote about your dream of being a teacher reminded me of my mom's persistence of having me follow her career. So I became a sales trainer, instead, smiley face. We wrote about in many ways, sales training like is teaching. I'm curious, or in many ways, sales training is teaching. As I'm interested in the manager sales enablement role at Four Winds Interactive, I'm curious.
Interesting. Trent
Like,
posted
what
about
are
this
the
job 6 months ago.
like? What are the top? It could be different. What are the top
Yeah.
3 things you wish you knew, or you wish you learned, when you started as a coordinator? Something like that. She teach you something. In many ways, sales training is teaching. Is a lot like teaching. Like, right, mom? Sales training instead. In many ways, sales training is a lot like teaching, right, mom? And then you can hit them with like, anyway, that's called an awkward position. I love that one. That's from Josh. And if she
Oldie but a
forwards
goodie.
this to what's his name, he'll be like, oh shit, he used the Josh thing. As I'm interested in the manager sales and role of Four Winds Interactive, I'm curious if you had to name 3 things you wish you knew, you wish you learned before you started as a coordinator, like what could they be? Thanks in advance for helping a fellow. Like, I don't know if you want to keep going with
I
this
don't want to
stupid
say
joke.
teacher again. Yeah.
You could like say like fellow sales, yeah, whatever. Fellow sales trainer up his game. Andy.
I like
P.S. Do you have any like funny like website like mom son photos like that you're, I don't know, something that's like makes you human, that's like
That is a really good question. Perhaps what I could do is I used to do training tips of the week via video. I could like attach one of those.
Yeah, I don't know if that's funny enough. Like, it's not that it has to be like just funny for the sake of funny, but it needs to like, let's look at your, maybe you can record a video and attach it. You're like, I mean, you're both in Denver. Maybe you can be something about your background because you didn't talk about that so much. Did you ever do anything like fun in this role where you like created like a, 90-day new hire? Like, was that like, you did it while you're jumping out of a plane, or like, did you ever like do anything noteworthy in this role that can show that you have this experience that's also like a little weird?
That is a really good question. I mean, like one thing was I put together our SKO for the last 2 years at Funding Circle. So maybe we can just be like, I wonder if we can kind of tie that in to that. Is this like, how's SKO? P.S. How's SKO looking for the sales team this year? And are you doing it like, how are you doing it virtual? I don't know.
Okay. No, it has to be like, it can't be like another question.
Yeah. Let's see. Maybe
the videos could be cool.
Yeah, or video, or oh yeah, I guess I'm going towards another question aspect.
Oh, I meant like the videos that you said you had
Yeah.
Created, like, because that is you showing that you've done the job, and you used to post these on LinkedIn.
Well, I had to take them down because I got cease and desist from Sandler for posting them.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
So,
I mean, that's pretty funny. Like, if
yeah,
you
yeah. I had like 50 videos up there that I had to take down.
P.S. I might have taken
P.S.
like training a little too seriously. Like Sandler got pissed at me for trying to share there. Like, be careful spreading your knowledge too far.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, but like that's like confusing. Like, she like, what? Like, you want to just breeze through it and like smile.
Yeah.
All right, let me think.
Do you think it'd be like a book recommendation?
Yeah.
So like maybe it could be, I just ordered this book from Carol Dweck. called Mindset. It's like, and it's called Mindset, the New Psychology of Success. Maybe you can be like something like, hey, listen, if you're looking to continue to grow and utilize that teacher mindset, I really recommend this book. And I can post like a hyperlink to it to Amazon.
Yeah, now you're giving her something. Love it.
Yeah.
Like I just ordered this book called Mindset. What is it?
Mindset, the New Psychology of Success.
Oh,
And
she's
I've
gonna
got
love
street
that.
cred too. Like I'm not even really in this field, and like I know this book, and Carol, I've listened about her on podcasts, and that's where like the growth mindset thing comes from.
Love it. Then you're gonna link it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get her email? Sorry.
Not yet.
Yeah, and then if you were writing to the other guy, it would be much more like, "Hey Trent, like I am the driven guy you're looking for." Blah, blah,
Hey, then do you
blah.
mind trying with Interstellar? This one's not so reliable. It's giving me 48%, which is basically no.
Sure.
I'll look up in another place too.
Ooh, yeah, subject. Subject.
Maybe it can just be teachers have to stick together. Or maybe like Phoebe, teachers sticking together in 2020.
It's gonna seem like you're like asking her to like donate.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I think it would be something like it has to like fucking interrupt her, like she's gonna be like,
Or one better. I mean, this might come off a little awkward, but Phoebe, what does my mom have in common with a sales trainer? it's like a little riskier, but it'll get her attention.
you could try both. Like if she doesn't answer the first one, go with your instinct. But I mean,
yeah, because I could be pushing it. I don't know,
you say mom like a million times in here, so I would just maybe not like overdo it.
This guy's really
True,
obsessed with
yeah.
his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
she's like, I really don't want to deal with your issues right now. And then Interstellar, I want to make. Anyway, so you like this, Andy, so far?
Yeah, this is great. Thank you.
This probably works. Try it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, it's okay if you send it because you're not sending a bunch. Like if it bounces, it's not a big deal.
Right.
You just let us know and we'll try to find the good one, the right one. Cool, guys. Well, hopefully that was helpful. We can continue the conversation about like what next steps would be, other stuff we can do. Good luck with the stuff you have coming up.
Yeah, and keep us posted when you send these, and if you're looking at making any tweaks and want to run them by us, or if you have other messages you're writing you want to run by us.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much. This is really, really helpful.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you, guys. I'm going to jump off. I have a 4 o'clock.
All right. See you, everybody.
Thanks,
Bye.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye,
Thanks.
everyone.